It was November 25th, 1941, a calm afternoon in the Mediterranean. To the sailors aboard HMS Barham, it felt like just another day in wartime tense, but ordinary. They had no idea that within minutes, their battleship would become the scene of one of World War II's most shocking tragedies. HMS Barham was a giant of the Royal Navy, armed with massive guns, thick armor, and decades of service behind her. She had survived the First World War, countless missions, and fierce battles. But no amount of power could protect her from what waited beneath the surface that day. As the ship and her escorts moved in formation west of Egypt, a German submarine, U-331, silently tracked their path. Its commander, just 28 years old, saw an opportunity that would change history. At 4:25 p.m., he fired 4 torpedoes, sliced through the water. 3 struck Barham directly along her port side. The impact was instant. The battleship shuddered, listing violently as explosions ripped through her hull. Sailors were thrown off their feet. Alarms blood-red. Smoke filled the corridors. But the crew tried desperately to save their ship-sealing compartments, fighting fires, shouting orders over the chaos. Then, in a moment no one on the surrounding ships would ever forget, the Barham rolled completely onto her side. For a few seconds, she hung there, a massive steel giant lying on her flank. And then, the world erupted. Her ammunition magazines ignited. A colossal fireball burst skyward, tearing the ship in half. The explosion was so violent that men on nearby vessels felt the heat against their faces. In seconds, the Barham was gone, swallowed by flames and the sea. Out of over 1,200 men, only 449 survived. Hundreds were lost instantly. Others disappeared beneath the burning water. It was one of the most sudden and devastating losses the Royal Navy had ever witnessed, but the public didn't learn about it right away. For weeks, the British government kept the tragedy secret, afraid that morale would collapse. Families waited in agony for news, not knowing if their sons, husbands, or fathers were alive. Only after 2 months did the truth become known, shocking a nation already weary from war. Today, HMS Barham is remembered not just for the way she died, but for the bravery of the men who fought to save her, and for the haunting reminder that even the strongest war machines can vanish in an instant. The day she disappeared in that massive inferno, the Mediterranean didn't just swallow a battleship. It swallowed hundreds of lives, and a chapter of history that still echoes through time.